fuck, man. Yo.
Recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool.
It's been a bit quiet though. Weird.
Crazy, man.
What the actual?
I kinda can't believe it. It was like a 60-inch TV with Fire Stick with everything on, all Netflix, Disney Plus, and he was like, it was up for like 120. I said, well, I'll do 70. He goes, yeah, straight away. He goes, I'm moving out today, so I need it gone.
Have you seen?
I was like, you sure? 70, bro, you sure? And then he was like, yeah, he goes, I can't remember, it was proper early morning. And then, because Alex woke us up. So I was laying on the couch like 8:30, and my dad was like, yeah, we'll get you a TV, we'll find a sitcom, right? And then he was like, meet me in half an hour here. And I was like, hello. And I was just like, nope.
Have you seen the video of that guy?
You there, mate.
Have you seen the video of that guy? Yeah.
With 60 quid in cash.
This guy is fucking selling this thing on Facebook. It's like this weird, dodgy little lamp or something, or, you know, little pray to gods or whatever. Just some
them ball
stupid-
things?
Yeah. No, you know.
That like gypsies used to use back in the day. Well, I
You
don't
know
if
that
that's
you
true.
stroke the.
What?
You stroke the.
The ball?
No.
Magic ball?
The ball. What's the ball?
Them people used to use, like, at Blackpool they have them.
Blackpool.
They like can tell your future and stuff with the ball.
Yeah, it's
Is
not a
that what I'm
ball.
on
It's
about?
not a ball.
Oh.
Stroke the lantern.
And the magic conch.
He's flying on a carpet, all that dash.
Aladdin and that.
Yeah, but what's she
Will
stroking?
Smith
What's
comes out.
it? Yeah, it comes out the what?
Oh yeah. Oh it is.
Why have we
Lantern.
forgot
Is it a
what-
lantern?
We'll pretend we definitely know what
Nah.
that is. Well, he
No,
was
it's
selling
not
that.
Aladdin.
He was selling
A
that.
magic one. On Facebook.
Well, not. I don't expect him to come out like a
well, no, I mean like with the clip.
get to the door and he's like, "Oh, you trying to buy this?"
Will
yeah?
Smith just goes, what? Like shit.
Why is he fucking shit?
It's like Chris Rock. But nah.
Fuck's sake.
No, I thought you meant like he was claiming it was magic and selling it on Facebook.
To be fair, knowing me, I'd believe him.
Same to me, I'd be like, yo, get free wishes.
Come on, magic lantern, bro.
Yeah, take it out, boys. Don't rub it.
No.
Limited edition.
No, yeah. So anyway, this guy was selling it, and he were like, "Oh yeah." And the guy were like, "Oh, how much?" And he offered him a ridiculous price on purpose, and then the guy's like, "Oh no, that's not like I'm not going to sell it for that much."
That little.
For that little, sorry. And he's like, "Oh, I can't." And then he were like, "Oh, so you want to buy my lantern?" And this guy's like, "What lantern?" And he's like, "What are you on about?" "No, you're buying from me." So this guy starts getting a bit aggy. He's like, "You messaged me to sell this lantern." And he's like, "Nah." He sends him a photo of his own lantern to him. And he's like, "Listen, you were messaging me." And like, "I'll do 20 quid." This guy just shouts, "There's voice recordings." And like, he's like, "You are a knobhead. This is my lantern. It's mine."
People go mental on Facebook. I was texting this woman, right? And because I got some shelving off her.
Yeah.
When I went, and she said it was like, she claimed it was like up to her waist, or up to like just under there, like around your chest. And I thought, if it's up to her chest,
How the fuck could she measure that? She doesn't know how tall you are.
No, up to her chest.
Oh, sorry.
And like, I assume she wasn't taller than me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm assuming she had like 6'5". Do you know what I mean? Like, so I rocked up, and I had like a chest of drawers from IKEA in the back of my car. I was like, yeah, it'll fit in easy, just slide in.
Yeah.
Got there, and I knocked on. She's pretty fit. And I was like, yo, hi, I'm here to buy that. I'm Nathan from Facebook. Right? And she was like, oh yeah. And then just walks off, comes back, I give it a little cash. She gives me this shelving, right? It was like as tall as me, right? It was like 6 foot.
The whole thing was as tall as you.
Yeah, it was well tall.
So, what the fuck?
And then, so I had to get it in my car to put it in my...
As tall as you?
Yeah, literally. It was a tall shelving. And then, so I had to get it in my car. Or maybe not, it was like up to my shoulders probably.
No.
So, but I was in like, it was tall. Like, it's not small. Shelving. So I was like, oh crap, I didn't think, I just took it.
Mm.
I started walking up the drive, and then I got to the car and I was like, crap, I'm going to get in the car. I can't just leave it on the side of the road and come get it later.
Yeah.
So then I had to wind all my windows down, right? Put all the shares flat. And it was like, let's say that's my car, right? It was like, just hanging out the back windows, like, it was like that. It was mental.
Sick.
It was on the right corner, so. But I was thinking, like, yo, it's pretty, like, if I, like, just skim a tree or something, my like, could rip the back of my car off. Like, but it was funny.
Looks
Like,
sick.
people sell some right weird stuff, man. So, like, there was, like, the conspiracy. But I don't think it was a conspiracy, I think it was, like,
What site was this?
on Facebook, people don't...
So a Chinese company?
Apparently it was like so like weird people would buy like weird people would know what they're looking for, and they'd buy it. So let's say there was a cupboard and it had the name Richard on it.
Yeah.
Alright, essentially. So on Facebook it just looks like some geezers buying a cupboard from China with Richard on it. But apparently it was like they're buying a child called Richard. Because you know, I think it's like China, they only have like a one-child law. Or something like that.
Yeah.
So you can only have like 1 or 2 kids.
I think it is coming in soon or something. I think they're on about it, don't they? Yeah.
I think they had it and then they got rid of it.
So I worked with those. I started working at a Chinese bar.
And then obviously...
And
so
he had a few brothers.
loads of people just get to hospital and throw the kids. Sorry. It's not funny. Right.
Not a funny
It's not
situation.
funny at all. Right, and they just throw the kids and stuff. And then, but they're like, some people would obviously collect these kids and sell them. Like, sell these babies, so they'd be like a Deirdre now.
Human trafficking.
Yeah, basically. So instead of buying a cupboard, they're buying a kid called Richard, is basically what I'm trying to say.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
a conspiracy theory?
Essentially, yeah.
How,
Like, it sounds pretty true.
did you watch like a YouTube video on this?
No, but I heard it somewhere. It's like TikTok.
So
or
the
something.
buy. I thought it was such a light-hearted story.
No,
You were
no,
just
no.
chatting. So people, is
No, I
this
just-
in China?
Yeah, I just know, like,
Or
they sell
people
it
do it
around the
over
world.
here?
Like, no, they only come, like, the cupboards and stuff.
So who's buying this? Who?
I don't know, like, pedos and weird creeps will buy them.
Is it
Or,
like black
people that
market
can't
and
have
stuff?
kids. Yeah, it's like black market stuff, I'm pretty sure.
So they'd buy cupboards,
With, like, a kid's name on it.
and that kid would arrive?
And then, yeah, the kid would come. Essentially. I've not ordered one of these.
That's on my bucket list right now.
So I don't know 100%. But yeah, I just remember that happening. And that's like when Facebook Marketplace like first. Remember, like, it was first a thing.
Yeah.
I remember that being like one of the first things. Like, everyone was like, "Oh, people sell babies on Facebook Marketplace." But yeah,
And I was
I
like,
don't think it might be true. Because it's one of them things that like.
I
sounds
can believe it
kind-
because it's
yeah,
like a
it's like
because
believable, innit?
at the end of the day they need like I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to like human trafficking, like they need like techniques and ways to do it, get about it. That's the market, and how fucked it. No matter how fucked it is, there's weird ways to go. It's a good first episode, isn't it?
That's a lie.
That's a lie. Well, no shit. That's
So is it? Anyway, on a lighter
because
note.
anyway, it's serious.
Yeah, it's just a theory. I cannot deny or confess any of this.
You like your conspiracy theories, though, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
You're always watching.
See on TikTok and they all come up and I'm like, part 162.
Mm,
I do that with loads of
really?
stuff though. Yeah, even on like football matches, it's like top 10 greatest goals. I'm sat there, and it cuts at 5. Part 2 incoming. Part 2 never comes. But yeah, I get proper fixated on them. Like, and that's why I like series. Like me and I watch a lot of series.
Yeah. I know.
It's
man.
like cliffhangers. I just want to know what's happening.
See, Neve can be impatient with it in series, you know.
You see where am I? Like, we could sit and watch a film. She'd just fall asleep. She's the same. Like, because if she's watching it, you want to know what's happening next. Do you know what I mean? Like, you get.
Yeah,
it's only, like,
I can fall asleep.
40 minutes,
once.
half an hour.
I was gutted because I got Neve to watch. I'd literally watched every. There were probably like 1 or 2 that I'd not watched with her because obviously it's a long distance thing. But I'd watched like most of the Marvel films with her, and she started to love it, and she wants to watch the new like Doctor Strange and stuff. You what?
I hadn't seen that one. That's like one of the only ones I.
Multiverse Man, yeah, I've not seen it.
Like,
And,
well, even the first Doctor Strange, I watched like 20 minutes and I'm just like,
I thought, have you not done Marvel timeline?
no.
You've not done the Marvel timeline?
Not sat and watched it in order, but I've watched them all.
Really?
I've watched them all, yeah, but not in order.
Okay.
But I have watched them all.
Oh, so you've watched Endgame and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think there might be one of the Thors I haven't seen, but I'm pretty sure I have. Was the last one that Ragnarok?
Thor's are sick. I love Thor.
Was Ragnarok the last Thor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a new one coming out, obviously.
Yeah, I've seen
Thor
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok is so sick.
And then, no, the Doctor Strange one's the only one I actually, like the only Marvel film I haven't sat and watched.
Why? Just not bothered.
No, I remember it came on Netflix. I watched like 20 minutes. You know when you fall asleep through a film?
Yeah. Oh
and
my
I just
God.
never bothered
Doctor
to like
Strange
rewatch
is
it.
probably up there as one of the best Marvel ones.
What do you think he's sick?
He is sick. I know you're not.
No, I think like in like the ones where they're all together, like Endgame and stuff. Like he's a cool character and stuff. I just couldn't imagine like a film just about him.
You know why? It's because I'm not gonna lie, and neither like the first one today. She was like all of the Marvel film is just people get battered, or they take a little hit and then they come back and win.
Who's
That
your
is
favourite?
potentially every Marvel
Which
film.
one's your favourite Marvel film?
This is what I'm saying. This is why Doctor Strange. It's not just take a hit. It's
That's
like a actual story.
intelligent.
It's not just. It's a story. It's a genuine. It's not just him beating everyone up. But it's a genuine. There is a little. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's a superhero film.
'Cause I know
but it's a genuine story. It's actually good.
The woman who plays the bad guy in Narnia, in it? The White Witch. I just remember that. And she's bald.
I can't remember.
You seen Narnia?
Plays who?
You know in Narnia?
Yeah.
You know, the White Witch.
Oh yeah.
I know the actor in there who plays this bald woman. You know?
Oh yeah, she's in Ragnarok, I think.
Yeah, I think she is.
Because she's Thor's sister, isn't she?
I don't know.
She's the one
I
who
can't
throws the
remember
blades.
Which one's your favourite though? That's the question.
Obviously, because some films are very much in the moment, like the new Spider-Man, that where all three of them were in there.
Yeah.
That's very much. It's because it's.
You
in
love
the
it when
moment.
you sat in cinema
when you sat and like and just got
Oh,
Andrew
yeah.
Garfield's coming through the portal. I was like.
Yeah, literally. I was thinking that the
I was
other
like,
day.
what the hell?
I think I can't remember what I was watching. Me, my dad, and Jake might have watched a film or something like that. I was watching a film with someone, and I was sat there and I was like, I remember watching this in cinema and thinking it was proper good. But then it like rewatch it. Like there's other films I've seen in cinema which I think are sick.
Yeah.
But then you don't want to watch them again to ruin it if you know. What I
Yeah,
mean.
that's
You don't want to
I'm
rewatch
not
them
gonna lie,
because you
like,
might not like them as much. That's
they
how I
are
feel.
that like no, it is good enough for another watch, and I definitely watch it. I love watching films as well when you're showing someone to see their reaction. Like,
yeah, but it's
so,
disappointing
but I
when
wouldn't.
they think it's shit. Gas to show my life. Because she hasn't watched all StarWars, right? Also, I think she has, but not like properly. So we watched 1, 2, and 3. We got to 3, and I was like, just where this was.
Which one? Like Phantom Menace first.
Yeah. So we watched Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and we got on to Revenge of the Sith, and I was like, trust me.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me,
Trust me,
you're gonna wait till the end. It's gonna be sick.
Ain't it?
And she just wants gas as me.
She wants what?
Like she just. I think she enjoyed it, but just not like.
You know what? Yeah, Neve loves the last 3 Star Wars, and don't get me wrong, I don't think they're bad, but no.
It's because it's a woman. Unless she
No,
was a
but-
bad actor, but just.
Because she loves that like Grey and Thingy got together. But I was watching,
I didn't.
you know, George
You did.
Lucas. That's the name of the guy.
George Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote. He had. I literally watched a video yesterday, and he wrote such a different story for those different 3 ones. And basically, Darth Maul was supposed to be in the last 3. He was going to be like the main
If he
guy.
died, didn't he? They couldn't really do that now.
No, yeah, but he'd come back.
Yeah, I know, but then Obi-Wan killed him again. You seen Rebels?
No.
Obi-Wan kills him in Rebels. And that's before episode 4.
Is it?
Yeah, that's it before. So
Have you seen all Rebels? Oh yeah, you've
nah,
watched all.
I watched all Rebels, but my mate at work has.
Yeah, but you've seen all Clone Wars and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I've watched all
I've not.
Clone
I've
Wars.
not bothered with all that.
Not really happens in Clone Wars that like would change.
To be fair, I'm watching.
A lot happens, but I mean, not happens that would change the timeline of like 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Really. So it's just Anakin and
I need to go
Obi-Wan.
back, you know, because we were saying how. Well, no, that's what we basically got to. We were saying how like some films in the moment is sick, but you won't really watch
Oh,
it
yeah.
again. Because so yeah, like Endgame, like that. Obviously, in the moment, cinema, everyone's like, when they all
Not
came
to
through.
fair, when I went though, proper enjoyed it, but I remember me, my
It's
dad,
long.
and Jake went. No, it's long, but there was loads of like little kids.
Oh,
Like you could tell people had come, and it was not even like. I swear we went at like 8 or 9 at night. It's like you kind of expect there to be not as many kids
Yeah.
because like they'd be in bed or something. But I don't know. But there was quite a lot of kids, and it was like, why would you bring a 3-year-old to watch You know, you could tell it was adults that really wanted to watch it, but like couldn't find a babysitter or something.
Yeah.
So they just brought like 3 to 7-year-olds to watch it, and you can't expect like 3-year-old to sit through a 3-hour film. So it was a bit like.
That's annoying.
It wasn't that bad because like half the time they just took them out, but like sometimes it was just a bit annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like to sit in silence.
So yeah, just
And watch
shut
the
up.
film,
Everyone
yeah.
just concentrate. That's annoying.
I remember my first question now before we started rambling.
Yeah.
It was what was your favourite Marvel film?
Yeah, well, that's why we got onto it, didn't it? Yeah, well, it's obviously, like I was saying, Endgame moment-wise, Endgame, when all of them came through the portal.
That is
was
insane.
fucking sick. And, like, yeah, so but for a film that I'd watch over and over again, probably Ragnarok. It's funny, it's... Oh, no, but then again, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've got like 2 or 3. I think I've got
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I always forget about that one.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy's amazing.
And I think the characters are now proper cool.
When little Groot's boogieing, bro. What a second.
I like show you the 2 I like. If I'd had a deep thought about them all, like, I'd probably change my mind. But the first 3 that come to my mind, if someone's like, "What Marvel film do you want to watch?" I'd say that Into the Spider-Verse, the animated Spider-Man one.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, that's
not
sick.
Marvel though, is it?
Is it not?
Oh, but yeah, of course it's Marvel.
Oh,
I mean,
it
it's
is
not
Spider-Man.
Marvel Universe, Cinematic Universe.
It's
DC or Sony, whatever.
It's something like Sony, but I think that one's sick. Like, I love that
DC,
one.
what man about DC? Sony.
Yeah,
It's Sony, I know that. Please don't get at me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Nearly got.
Some people don't like it.
Okay, Aggie, fans are weird though. They're like, cause I mean, that brings me to. Have you seen that new
I want
last
to tell
Star
the
Wars?
other one.
Okay, sorry,
The
go
other
on.
one.
What?
Black Panther.
See, I get it.
I remember we had this
Revolution.
conversation. I remember you, like, I think me, you, and Fairclough had it, or me, you, and Godbold.
Yeah.
And someone said Black Panther, and you were just like, Like everyone else was like, yeah, that's sick, and you were like,
No.
And I get
no.
why it's a bit like.
No. It is sick. I just
Don't see it as the
think
best.
it's like everyone's like, this is the best film ever. Like, and it is good, but I don't think it's as good as everyone says.
I do get what you mean.
Because I've watched it again. I'm like, oh, can it just be over?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I've
personally,
seen it that many times.
It is
I
good,
do know what you mean.
but I just don't think it's that good.
And what? And the third one. I really like Captain America, like the first one.
Really? So,
Because
yeah.
I think that's just like the first one I properly watched. You know, like it's
to
not
be
like a
fair,
child.
It is good. That is good.
I just remember watching that one in the cinema and proper liking it.
Yeah.
And I think he's just a cool character.
That's one of the first
And he's got the
ones.
same last name as me. Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And he's Buzz Lightyear now. You've seen that?
Oh yeah.
In the animated
I don't think he suits that.
Do you not?
No.
I
'Cause
think
he's
he
very. Because Buzz Lightyear. That's how he talks. Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, true, I know what you mean.
An alien.
What?
But Chris Evans is very like, hi. Well, he doesn't speak like that, but he's
Well,
like,
welcome back.
yeah. He's not.
Inviting.
Buzz Lightyear is proper deep, and but
You'd remind him to be like a redneck.
yeah, he's
Do
very
you know what I mean?
direct. But Chris Evans is like proper actor. He's charismatic. He's very
Yeah, I think
upbeat.
that's-
You know.
yeah, I know what you mean.
So I think I'm not saying it's bad, but I just don't think they picked the right person for that.
Ooh.
But
Cunch.
no, like I was saying, like fans are proper weird.
Mm.
What is it? The new Star Wars. Obi-Wan
Oh,
Kenobi.
the Obi-Wan series.
You've not watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi, have you?
Yeah, I watched all 3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the Inquisitor,
Which one?
the girl.
Oh, the Black Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's getting like major,
I saw that.
major hate.
Like loads of people saying.
Bad.
But then
It's-
I was watching like a YouTube video on it, and it was like it was literally on about this. It was like you shouldn't give a hate, and this is why. And it's like because the character's written like you're not supposed to like her.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's
Like,
why
you're not supposed to think.
think about it.
supposed to find
If
her
an
out.
actor, if he's the villain, and you don't like him, really, you should be giving them praise because that's their
'cause
job.
She's doing
a
a job
good
well.
job.
But I think it's more.
Because I'm not like there is some films where they glamorize bad people, like Legend, the Cray twins. They're fucking scumbags.
It's
They
bad,
are
isn't
scumbags. They are utter scumbags. But
I've
in
seen
the
that in
film,
ages.
you're like, these are cool. I
Yeah,
want to be
cool,
a
I wanna be a
gangster.
gangster,
I
yeah.
want to be. What does he do? A crazy and lunatic walks into a bar. You know what I mean? The glamorized scumbags.
Yeah. That's
So-
why loads of people like.
With grime music
Grime
and
and
stuff.
shit,
They just
yeah.
want to be like, bro, so that bugging. They just want to be that guy, and they're
It's true
not.
though, yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, definitely. But no, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, no. So I was watching it.
Yeah.
It
You
was like
chat
they're on
then.
about how like she's written to be annoying because like all the other Inquisitors and stuff don't like her.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed
See,
to.
I rate her, but
I think she played it well.
Yeah.
Because like, it don't matter how good of an actor she is, she's got to act what's written in front of her, and if she's doing that,
yeah, because like
which she
obviously
is
some
doing,
actors do put
you know what I mean?
like, oh,
like little
would
spins
you like
on it
this
stuff.
and like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
more like mature,
And
not mature, but like people who've done it for ages.
mature actors.
Someone
yeah.
like Samuel Jackson.
So yeah, exactly. But
He can kind of, to a point, do what he wants.
yeah, yeah.
Like if he thinks, oh, I think that'll be better. If he did it, then
and
probably
the director liked it, then
they keep it in.
Yeah, yeah.
But like if they're newer, or it's like the first big film, or well, I don't know if it is with her. I don't
That's
really
the
know
thing, and
actors.
people
Like, they
and
don't
like
really
Ewan McGregor said, you know, like these people giving this hate, they're not really Star Wars fans, and you know the sad thing is with these fans who are sending this hate, and when these people spot it out and like put it on media, like you ask them, you shouldn't really be doing this. They still
They
like
enjoy it, yeah.
Yeah. So really, it's a thing. You either do give it attention, but like stop it. But then they kind of like that. But then if you don't give it the attention, tell them to stop.
They said with loads of stuff,
they'll
though,
just
like-
more people do it, and it's a bit of a what do we do thing.
It's
sort of
like
thing.
it's one of them things like with something, you either ignore it or give it attention to try and resolve it. But a lot of time, people who are causing the problems enjoy.
They don't get attention
like,
and want this attention
Yeah,
because
and they
they've
enjoy
got
the
not much
attention.
better to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sad you've got to, you know, looking behind it, you've got to also kind of feel bad for them. Why are they the way they are? Why are they?
I know what you mean. That is.
Like, imagine
you have to
imagine
think
we
like
found
that.
out Miles, our good friend, were like, I don't know, I picked up Miles, but you know, he were behind
his keyboard.
Hopkins were on his Xbox the other day messaging people on
Like,
the
he's sweating
Just,
against it.
That's bad, you bro. It's so funny, but you know.
That's why you think it.
Yeah, but yeah. But
Messaging people up.
yeah, because like it's 20 years of age, just message. And like he were found out like he were messaging the cast on Star Wars, calling them, you know, stupid, you know, the
Yeah, just like.
it'd be
probably-
like. Obviously, I'd be like, "What are you doing, you weirdo?" But I'd also
You
be
wouldn't
like,
hate him,
"What's
though,
up?"
'cause he's your
But it's
mate,
like,
innit, like-
how have you not been educated on this?
I think it's more like if you've got like a relationship with someone, you can sympathise with them more. So if
Yeah.
one of our friends or anyone we knew was doing something like that, you wouldn't come at it as like, oh, you're a bad person, you're this, because we know.
Just be like,
we
why?
know what they're like. We'd be like, why? Like talk to them.
I think.
But then I think like like I just butchered you out. My bad.
My bad, bro.
But you know when like you see. Because I think she put like an Instagram story up and it was like, oh, these people.
The girl?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she was like, I don't like, just grow up and stuff. And it was like, fair enough, like, obviously she's going to stick up for herself, don't blame her.
Yeah, fair play.
But it's like, instantly I was like, well, what dickheads, like, why are these people doing that? Because it's a random person to me, like, I don't care if they're educated or not. Like, as your instant,
Yeah.
Not like now, but like your instant thought,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't care, they should just,
Yeah, they
like,
just-
grow up or just like. But then if it was like one of your mates doing it, you'd
Just
think
wanna know
straight.
why, yeah.
The first, like, I won't say dick, like, no, but first thing. The first thing you think is like, what are you doing that for? Like, do you know even what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because some people like just don't know what they're doing, do they?
That's the thing, they just out of education, they don't. And it is a weird thing nowadays, because like some people nowadays, you can't even have a crack with people nowadays without getting.
I know sometimes.
Because
Unless
we have
it's,
a
like,
crack,
your
we're saying like the most vicious, violent,
Yeah.
demeaning thing to our mates,
FIFA
and it's,
tournament,
and
mate.
yeah, we're just like, you are.
Vicious.
You know what I mean? Like,
You just
you're-
can't say it, can you?
but we do it, and because it's funny. But then again, nowadays you can't just even have a laugh with it.
Like, I kind of get like, it's like there was a balance. I feel like not that long ago, it was like you could say whatever you wanted to, whatever you wanted, and get away with
like
it.
that.
And then instead of like balancing out, I feel like it's gone more like that. So it's like you can't say
You
anything.
can't say
now.
anything.
Even to people
But,
you like.
but
best
then
mates,
but then
sometimes you
again,
can't sell.
it's weird. I feel like you'll never ever be able to find a balance with anything, because like
People are people, innit? You can't control people.
that's the thing. And with like, if it wasn't like the way it was with this actor, she won't be getting the support she'd be getting.
Yeah, true.
Because now I'm not gonna. I know she'll be getting, but she knows everyone's behind her now, and it is sad though. She shouldn't have to suffer.
Even
these
just her
horrible
like
messages.
that. I feel like that's such.
But there's other people as
Yeah, I
well.
feel like that's such a minute thing compared to some stuff that's like so imbalanced. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like a lot of stuff is proper imbalanced, but like not for anyone's fault. just because it was so high for one side, so everyone's pushing that side to get it now.
Well, look
and
at
it just pushes.
well, look
It's
at,
like a
like-
scale, innit? Like it pushes
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
well-
side up so much.
100%.
And then like you've solved one problem, or partly solved one problem that you were trying to solve. But by trying to solve one problem, you've caused another problem.
Yes.
And I feel like
I've been thinking about that a lot recently. Like, just like how problems are like really you just.
Yeah,
You just have to
can't-
find balance. You can't solve anything
Nothing-
really.
I think-
Truly,
yeah, I feel like
can't solve
nothing-
anything truly because
'cause we're just
it'll
people-
affect something else.
Yeah, I
It's a
think
domino
just-
effect.
yeah, I think it's more like people are people. You can't control people.
I think
You
it's
can
just
sit with
education. That's what it is. It's just
But
education.
then I think even education,
People
some
need to be
people don't care.
open-minded. That's what it is.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But people
don't get
like,
this education to be like.
like you sit in, like our version of education is like maths and English and science. How many times did you sit in maths and English and science and just not be rude or just not listen, just sit there and do nothing?
True, because
Do
you
know
can't
what I
forget
mean?
those teachers are humans as well. And you've
Yeah,
got some
they're-
little absolute fucker
Yeah,
just
they're-
sat there, just like.
They're trying to do the
shit.
job, and you're just sat there going, like, I just want to go home.
I
Do you know what I mean?
can't be a
So I
teacher.
feel like sometimes instead of trying to teach, obviously everyone's got to learn maths, English, and like basic stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
But like,
But there's a lot of kids who get there who education systems fail them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like even the sense of life, and because
I feel like schools should teach more on making people good humans instead of making people good at
And-
stuff. Do you know what I mean? Instead of
and
being
just-
good at something,
and
be
even
a good
us,
person,
like,
then what you're good at, you'll find.
even us
Do you know what I
two
mean?
setting up things like this, like they don't tell us to do this stuff.
No one tells you.
Because we went to college together.
Mm.
Me and Nathan did a construction course, and Nathan's followed you, and you're doing what in fucking good money, loving it, aren't you?
Yeah, it's good. Enjoying it.
But like, and I only really did it because I saw the money and not like quantity surveying.
Mm.
Good books.
I think your dad does buildings. And stuff,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
he's
So
in
it's
construction.
like,
Well,
oh,
just a
why not?
construction trade. There's a lot of money in it nowadays.
So that's bad. We didn't even know we were both applying for the same course, did we?
And then we ended up in the same lesson,
We ended up in the
same
class for 2
group.
years.
We were just sat next to each other the whole thing.
It
I was like,
mental, wasn't it?
"You on the bus, weren't you?" I was like, "Nathan."
What are you doing here?
Yeah,
I think
mad.
it was in summer and we were like, I remember because loads of people went to like, obviously sixth form, not sixth form.
Yeah, 6-1.
Well, your school had a sixth form, didn't it?
Yeah.
When you moved. But Wycliffe didn't have a sixth form.
Oh yeah, I did.
Well, why?
So you all almost went to
Yeah,
college.
so everyone had to go, like choose where they wanted to go.
Mm.
I remember loads of people just went to college. And there was like a few of us who were like, I won't go building college, like, because it looks fun.
Yeah.
And I just remember our construction lesson was proper fun. Like, it was like one of the funnest
Yeah.
lessons. I thought, don't really know what you want to do, just stick with something that you'll enjoy.
Yeah, that's the
Or
thing.
partly enjoy. So
And-
I was like, went and enjoyed it. And I remember in summer we met up with you obviously, and we were like, oh, where you going? You like building college? We're like, no way! And then we were all like, I remember like all your parents were always like, oh, don't pick where your mates pick. I feel like none of us spoke about where we were going.
Yeah, we just
and like
ended
me,
up-
you and Fairclough and Godbold all
Oh,
ended
yeah,
up going
Fairclough
to
for
the,
LSE.
yeah, we all ended up
Godbold.
going to exactly the same college without even like Ewan and stuff went, didn't they?
Yeah, Ewan.
Yeah, and we didn't even like really talk to anyone about where we were
Yeah.
going. We all just ended up picking the same place, which was pretty mad.
He sucked, didn't it? That's what I mean. Like, really, like I told my career advisor like what I'm doing. I don't know. They're just like,
I
they're
didn't
just like,
get-
okay.
Well, we didn't
Well-
even speak to a person for it. Ours was you type it in online and the computer magically decides this is what you're good at. I
Well,
swear
it's-
mine was like piloting or something. I was like piloting. I was like, mate, it took me like 3 goes to pass my driving test. You think I can fly a plane? You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid, isn't it?
That's what I mean. Like, and I'm not like it was fun, and I'm glad I did it. But obviously, I was like 2 years in, and like struggling with it, and just realised this is not what I want to do. And really, I did know it from the start, but I was just doing it because of the money. And really, that's a poor mindset. And
Yeah.
really, I should have. We should be. I'm not blaming it, but I was having a grudge. You know, apologise to myself, and I don't. You know, I'm not holding it. But really, I should have had someone to just be like, "What do you want to do? Like,
Yeah,
what do
yeah.
you want to do?" And now I'm 2
But
years
pe-
in, and it's fine because I'm doing my course that I want to do now. I'm a year in,
Yeah,
just past
uni
this
and
year.
that.
Next year, in second year next year. Sports journalism, and I'm doing what I want to do, and like I'm actually enjoying. Remember, I could not
Yeah,
be
you just
these
didn't know what you
easy
wanted
assignments.
to
I
do,
just
innit?
couldn't be asked. But now I'm doing the course, and I'm actually smashing them out.
I know. I feel like for me though, even now, I don't hate education, but I have even more of a hatred for assignments and stuff.
Yeah,
Because instead of going to uni, I got apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Now I know how well I don't know everything. Obviously, I don't know everything, but I go to work and like do my thing.
You know what you're doing.
I do my
You
thing. I
don't
know what I'm
always-
doing. Like get on with everyone.
But it's just good for.
I have like a like
just good for certification.
Yeah,
you can
like
get the
work,
grade.
like-
You can get the money then.
Yeah,
for
just
doing what
sometimes you
wanna
talk to the managers and they're like, "Oh, I was uni, college," and they're like, "I'm like,
do. Well, you're at uni though, really.
Well, yeah, it's like
Because it's the same degree.
no, it's a level below. I think degrees you can go on and do like a top up year to do a degree, which I might do. But so
I'd say definitely do it.
yeah, it was a level 6 is a degree, and I'm doing level 5, so it classes as like a first year degree.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the first year, and level 6 is your second year.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm basically just doing the first year at uni. Then I can choose to do the second year or not. But anyway, I'm like, it's alright, but like I'd rather just be at work. Like I learn more. I'll just enjoy it more.
Yeah, 100%. But.
And even they're like, yeah, it's just a means to an end, really, isn't it? Like you need it.
A what?
Like a means to an end. Like you need it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it is.
Because
To get
like,
the money. To
someone
get the.
tells you need it. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Not
Because
necessarily-
like the site needs it for health and safety reasons.
Not necessarily because you need it because you don't know what you're doing or because you even learn stuff. Like I feel like, for me, definitely, it's like that's why I just didn't enjoy school more because it's tailored to like a certain group of people in it. Like people that can, which
The
is
education
good.
system was built by like one guy wanted. And,
Yeah, it's like people
and
that
he
can,
wanted. I forgot his name, Rockefeller or something. And he wanted a country of. I don't know if this works for England. I know this is what it is in America. And he wanted a country of workers, and they can't have any life. They just have to work.
Really,
They don't have
he
any
created
open-
school.
He created like the education system, and
That's
he's
pretty
Rockefeller. He's like, if you ever read your parents, be like, "Oh, I'm not Rockefeller," because
No.
my parents always say it all the time. Because I'd be asking for like a stupid like Xbox game, and they'd be like, "Listen, kid, I'm not Rockefeller," and I get it. So because he's rich, and it's because he built this like he was really rich, and he built like the education system, and he said in a quote like he wanted a country of workers. They're not creating businesses. That's him and his.
But you
buddies.
don't think.
You don't think to build a business, don't you?
Well, you do business.
You just want
at school,
you just
you
want to be
don't
an
do anything.
employer, a worker. You work for someone else.
Yeah, but like when you talk to, well, I don't not that, but like when you see people online, like our age, a bit older maybe, and they've started up their own business and stuff. No one tells you how to do that.
No,
You can't go to college. Well, you can go to college and
you
learn
can because you can do like economics and
I
stuff.
feel like you can learn parts, but no one's gonna say, "All right, day 1, this is what you do. Day 2, this is what
You
you
just
do.
gotta
Day
do it
3,
yourself.
this is what you just gotta figure it out."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because
Like, it's like that
that's
Gymshark
why
guy.
there's definitely no day one day because the absolute laws of business that could be you can have these businesses can have these amazing days where they're in a year's wage in a day, or they have days where a month where they don't sell anything. That's
Well,
what
yeah,
business is,
I know
really.
a guy and he sells like when people buy stuff, what's it called, from like China, like in bulk, and then resell it.
So like it's I've seen that. Yeah, because you can't buy like one thing, can you?
Yeah,
you have to buy like
loads.
30.
I know he does that with like.
But it comes out
computer
really,
stuff.
really cheap. Cause
Yeah,
you
yeah.
buy that.
He buys it in like computer stuff and then resells it. And he did it as a hobby at first. Like he was like, try it out, and he just says he enjoys doing it, but he makes quite a bit. And I'm like, that's smart. Like no one told him how. Like and now he's got a website and all this, and like no one told him how to do that. Just had to figure it out and smashing it.
That's what it is, isn't it?
I know. That's why I really enjoy.
I've gotten better at it. I've been like meditating, so like my attention has improved a bit. But like you said, yeah, like
I feel like after basic stuff, once I knew like what times tables and stuff like that, like stuff that you do use just like instantly without even thinking. Like once you get to like I don't even know, but like just some stuff is just irrelevant. It just went through one ear and out the other because I was like, why do I need to know this? Like,
yeah,
if I need to know it at one point in my life, like fair enough, I'll learn it then. I feel like I'll learn it then because I need it.
learn what you want to learn.
Yeah. That's why I think I enjoy doing apprenticeship because it's like I'm doing it. Like if I was sat in a room and someone was telling me this is how you draw this is how you use this software on the computer, I'd just be like, I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm sat doing it, it's like enjoy it 10 times more.
Yeah.
Which is pretty mad. But I feel like school education needs a bit of a shake up. Because it don't change, is it? I ain't changing.
No.
It's like still 30 kids sat in a classroom doing their thing.
And feels sorry for teachers, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because they can't even express themselves.
I'm
They
not
get
lie.
a list and told what they can and can't do, basically.
Yeah, they can't be their own because teaching is you've got to be charismatic to be a teacher.
You got to be quite
and
creative and stuff.
Because do you ever remember? You always remember those one teachers who were like got in your head and were like sick.
Yeah.
I had this. She were I forgot her name. To her, it's really bad. And she actually really cared about me. To her, she was really nice and she were a tall She had really short hair. She was tall, and she'd wear high heels to be even taller. And she did maths, and like you were engaged. I were bad. I were like, what? Because obviously
That's mental to be there.
I was like a level 2 or something. I was somewhat bad.
Because I feel like that's such a boring subject for, unless you're good at it. It's kind of a bore or hard.
And what she
I
did,
didn't find it.
she noticed like skills because obviously there's different skills you can have in maths, and she were like, Michael, you can hold information quite well. Like when it comes to it, you can hold you don't have to write out you're working out. You can do it all in your head. And I'd always noticed that to her, like, yeah, I can. And she's like, you're good at this. And then she just like worked on it with me, and I went from like level 2 like to the point where I should have been on higher paper. And I was like, wow, she's amazing. And it's just teachers like that really you've got to applaud. But they don't, and they're that charismatic. They don't go by the book because they're showing how good.
Then half the time they get bollocking for not doing it.
Yeah,
but it's like their students probably. They might not be able to get the best grades, but they enjoy it the most. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, but the thing is, she got us. She were good. Good grades off her.
Like something like we had a construction teacher. I forgot her name now as well, but she was class. She was honestly class. It was like obviously a bunch of lads in a room, like just messing around. Because she got in on the banter and like messed around. Like when she did have something to say, like everyone would sit and listen because it's like she. Like I feel it's like more of a respect thing.
Yeah.
Like everyone says, you've got to respect everyone, which 100% you have to respect everyone.
But
I feel
when you're
like
young, you don't.
Well, just in general, I don't feel like you instantly hold someone to a higher level because of their title.
Yeah.
Like teachers is like a title. Like everyone thinks you should respect teachers more than. I don't even know. Even like people think you should respect teachers more than the dinner ladies, but it's like that's only because you feel like the title's higher up. No, it's not. So that used to proper annoy me.
For the person, you respect the person for who they
actions,
are.
Actions of a title, or actions of a name.
Yes, 100%.
Because it's like, she was class, like, mucked in, got around, and then I feel like everyone...
Yeah, you didn't respect her because she were a teacher.
No, you respected her because what she was like with us. Like,
100%.
And there was other... But then at the same time, you see some... Like, looking back now, you see some teachers who you thought were, like, just...
Idiots.
Yeah, muppets. And then it's like, but you look back and it's like, I fully get why, mate. If I was stood in front of a class with a bunch of 15-year-olds, like no one was listening, like that's their 9 to 5 or like 9 to 6, like 'cause they do bad hours, do pretty long hours, teachers, and because they have to mark and that, and none of them are listening at all. You're just gonna sit down and think, you know what, I can't be bothered. Like I don't blame them. Like looking back, I kind of don't blame them, but then I feel like at the same time, like. At the same time, it is your job. Like you kind of signed up for it.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like more teachers should get like behaviour.
Dealing with behaviour.
Yeah, dealing with kids, or like instead of knowing this subject, because a lot of them knew this subject, like the new maths. Like you give them an equation like with like X and Y's and Z's in it, they could do it like that. But you give them a kid who's telling them to F off and like saying like, "Shut up, mate. I don't care." They don't know what to do, and it's like I feel that's the main thing.
Yeah,
you're like raising. You're basically raising these kids.
Yeah, you spend
more time.
Some teachers you're spending 4 or 5 hours with them a week.
Yeah, more.
But
and then think how much time do the parents spend with them? Because we have good parents. Like we've got really good parents. Like our parents are like, but some kids don't. Some kids, their parents, not even by choice. Some kids, their parents are working like 2 jobs, 9 till 9.
Yeah, some of them have good financial positions, but they're not. These father figures
like
are not spending time with them.
Some kids are like sat there. I don't even know. Their parents get in at like 10 at night because they've been working 2 jobs. And it's not the parents' fault they can't raise them. Or like they can't put in the time. It's because they're trying to feed them. And then there's other kids who like have everything. Like their parents get so much money and like can spend time with them. But like they don't install stuff into them, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Not 100%. So that's what I'm saying. And like we had an English teacher and... Did I say something else?
The English.
I said something else. I'm not going to say his name, but do you remember when I told that story and we were around and going, Mr. Bitch?
We'll get back. I think so.
And then
I'm pretty sure you did.
This guy, he'd stand in front of us, sorry. And because he was very like...
Man. Like...
No, he wasn't. He was actually quite small, but
Like
he was very stern. And but you'd think that'd work, but we
Just
were
didn't,
bad
yeah,
class. Because like I said, they always say kids can read you, like they can read, and we could read him. And
Well, kids
he
are
just
more
had no
out
control of us.
open-minded than anyone.
And
Aren't
we
they?
were. I'm not like we were all quite. We were dumb as fuck. Like, but we were witty kids. We knew how to have a laugh and knew how to annoy people in the room, so they'd have a reaction. Like he was just a bouncing thing. Everyone would be going at each other.
And he just stood there, like.
and he'd be like, "You're all a bunch of hoodlums. You deserve to be in prison. Stand up now!" And he'd like,
no, I
but it just didn't work. We just laugh even more because he's going psycho.
when I'm not gonna say his name. The Jamaican guy. Teacher. He was actually such a sound guy.
Mr. Champagne.
Yeah. When you actually spoke to him, he was such a sound guy.
Yeah.
But as a teacher, I don't feel like he was the one.
That was not the way. Mate,
he
I've
was
got
like-
that video on my phone.
God,
We can pop it up at the end if you want. The guy's falling asleep. I'm stood there typing away, and I'm like, "Oh, Mrs. Champ." He's like, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay."
He was rubber sound. Like, outside the classroom, you were talking about, but inside the classroom, if you talked over him, it's like he had like some like he felt demasculated.
Do you
if you
remember?
spoke over him. I remember me and you were talking.
He'd look at you with
loads.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
And yeah. He's like all his pussy holes and stuff.
But you never been to the river and collected water by the boats. You're all a bunch of pussies. Literally
He
calls
was
us
mental.
all that.
We weren't mental. It was more like we just started laughing.
So I'm saying,
Every
like,
kid's
we're
different.
like, we might be thick as fuck, but we're witty kids, you know.
Yeah,
we
and then
can have a
remember
laugh,
Donna?
and he just had
Remember that maths teacher we had?
Oh, boy, bless her.
I felt sorry, but at the same time, I felt like she was better at disciplines than him. To a point. Because, like...
I felt like I wouldn't mean to her. I remembered.
Yeah, you were. I don't know why to her. She's alright. She's alright. She? I feel like she gradually learned how to deal with
Because
certain people.
I think I was such an over. It's because I'd gone from Wycliffe, and I was I'd have a laugh, or a bit bonkers, but I was still a bit of a goody two shoes. My mum and dad had a bit more installed in me, you know what I mean? Like, and then when I went to Bradford, this was a rough school. We've got all the surround. My area were not bad, but the surrounding areas, talking shows, you know, proper bad areas. So these kids are bad, and I think.
Well, it's not even. They just not been taught half of them.
Well, that's the thing, and like, I just turned into the biggest little shit, and I still had that. I still had that childish mindset, and I'm still an idiot. I'm still childish. I still have a laugh,
Yeah,
and I like that
that.
about me.
Everyone
a bit,
needs
but,
that. Do you know what I mean?
But
Everyone needs
yeah,
that.
I think. But when I went to college, I still had that. I just want to mess around and listen. I just want to, and barely spitball, but we had a laugh.
We had a
Eric
good class,
didn't
though.
give a fuck about it, so.
Yeah. We had a good class though, like the class.
It was funny, good memories, you know what I mean?
But no, I was gonna say something. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Mate, we had some right shit in those. We
That
worst
chicken shop
diets.
there. Oh my days! I went over there, you know. I was in Leeds with Maya.
It was still cheap.
£3.
Well, for what we normally got.
Yeah.
Like, we're £2. We're £2
It
one
was
meal.
£2.50, I think.
Oh,
So inflation gone up 50p. But me and Hopkins went.
Hopkins?
Yeah, because we went on a night
Oh,
out
have you
of the
seen
week.
that?
Went on a night out
In
of the
Leeds?
week in Leeds, yeah. And we were at this like grimy little karaoke bar.
Is it? Yeah.
And then we just went.
You'll meet Hopkins, yeah. But you'll meet Hopkins, yeah.
Beast.
This guy, funny. So he'll be quiet the whole thing, and he'll come out with something stupid.
Guy though.
But he's the man. I love
That.
his little cheaps game, man.
Yeah. Collect chicken shop's the one. It's got a burger shop now, hasn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, next to it.
Why do I think that'll be shit?
I know it just doesn't sound good. I bet they're just chicken burgers, isn't it? Might as well just be a chicken shop.
Yeah.
Innit? Like, wrap up.
Time to wrap up, boys. Be there.
Bingley
Poppy Square.
Mega Chippy. Seen the Bingley Mega Chippy?
Bingley Mega Chippy.
Yeah, chicken shop Bradford Road.
Yeah,
Make it the
innit?
next big thing.
Chicken shop, cooking.
It's on the same ring, is it? It's nice. It's nice. Right, wrap it up.
We out.
Peace.